Hello and welcome to another DCompose video. Today we are going to talk or rant about the quality assurance or quality of the product or whatever you want to call it at Hasbro, and more importantly about this new release here of Gurafi and Noizu that everyone was really excited about. So sit down, stick around, and as always, enjoy. So as many of you know already, it's nearly impossible to talk about the present without first revisiting the past. So in the Transformer reissue line that's currently available, different waves right now, we started with problems in quality control. Already! New toy line, already issues. So let's just quickly here. The problems are a little more subtle. Hot Rod. So they corrected Hot Rod looking like this, which is this is the way he should have looked like. This is the way he looked like in the when it was first released back in the 80s. You could actually see the car in the box. They'd be like, oh my god, it's a robot that transforms to a car! So even if you're not a collector, you're just a kid walking in the store, you're like, oh, this is pretty cool. But what did they do for the first few waves of Hot Rod? They packaged him incorrectly because somebody at the plant in quality control was clearly sleeping or not present. So we got this. Check this out. Like, what is this? A person would see this at the toy store and be like, oh, look at that. I'm gonna buy my kid a gun and a spoiler. It's a gun and a spoiler. They don't know what the hell this is. It's stupid. Like, look at this. It's so awesome. This, not so awesome. Another thing too, the corners. The corners of the original boxes were not as sharp as these. These are made to impale a vampire. Okay? Yeah, don't need this stuff, alright? Alright, so in future releases, or more recent releases, like the Prime, they fix that corner. Look at that. It's rounded up. Just like the original Transformers were. All the corners were rounded. Very cute. Alright, cool. So we're getting somewhere. Now, when they first showed that Noizu and Gurafi were going to be released with the Bumblebee set for San Diego Comic-Con, and in different colors, people were like, oh, that's cool. And then they showed that these two guys are getting released. The cassettes are Rumble Ravage, Frenzy Laserbeak. So it's like, maybe Hasbro will be really cool and put the two Japanese-only cassettes and put them into a US packaging, which would be very neat. And you know what? They did! To their credit, they did do that. So, when we first saw this shown at, I think it was San Diego Comic-Con, if I'm not mistaken. This was first shown. So, first and foremost, when they showed this, it was on the table and all that, and you could already see that it was stuck together. It was one pack, which is extremely annoying. But in my head, I was like, maybe that's just because they just have a prototype up there and they don't have the actual, the actual stock stuff with them. Because we've seen pictures of stuff before like this, and it turns out it was a little different. But no, so they come together, okay, which is kind of a pain in the butt. I wish these were just cut normal, like these guys, so you can actually fit them in cases like this. But anyways, regardless. So that was one thing that I really disliked about this, that I hated. And then it gets better, because this thing holds another secret that you may not know about. So whoever was working on the printer that day, on the settings, they had like high, low, and shitstorm. And they decided it'd be cool if they hit the shitstorm button instead when they were printing these. Now, keep in mind, we've seen in the past that they tend to make mistakes on all these things. And why, I don't know. Listen, Hasbro, if you want to send me an item and I'll look it over for you, I'd be glad to. Or send me detailed pics, I'd be glad to. Free! Pro bono! Okay? I'll look it over for you. Alright? It's like in the old days, me and one of my friends, one of my best friends, James, we used to say back like 20 years ago when we were collecting Transformers. We used to say, when you used to release stuff and clearly there were problems with it, we were like, it's like Hasbro purposely does not want to make money. In order, I don't know, maybe to pay less taxes. It was a running joke, and this is a running joke today. We still talk about that, how Hasbro purposely wants to make less money. So, watch this. So you have these two, right? And in your head, you're like, hey, I'm going to cut the card down the middle right here. And then I'll have my Noizu Gurafi, and I'll have a anime frenzy, I guess. And we'll talk about this guy too. There's a missed opportunity here, by the way, Hasbro, and I'll talk to you about this. This guy here, alright, cool. Yeah, woohoo, look at that. Cut him down, and then you can put him in whatever you want to, in the case or whatever. But watch this, watch this. Watch what I'm going to do here. Did you see that? Did you catch that? Here, let's do it this way. If you'll catch it here. Uh-oh! We have a shitstorm. These two guys, Noizu Gurafi, on the back of their card, Frenzy! Frenzy on the back of his card, Noizu Gurafi. They couldn't even get that shit right. What? So if you cut this guy down, you have the incorrect back and tech specs of the robot from the front. Yes! Yes, quality control was asleep at the wheel. So yeah, so if you're gonna buy this, as I've seen some people actually list these online and cut them and list them, beware, because if you buy this dude here, well, the back of this isn't gonna match, which is, I have no idea, like, what is going on there? Seriously, come on, man. This is not difficult. You've been doing packaging for decades. You can get this right. It's not a big deal. Print one off, look at the card, and be like, oh, that shit's wrong. Let's flip it. Oh, simple fix. But no, there's never simple fix. And it comes to Transformer collectors. If this was a Star Wars card, this would not have happened, I can assure you. Because they're paying royalties to Disney, so they're going to make sure everything's right. While this is actually your own IP, which means you'll be making all the money off of it, and you can't get it right. Come on, guys! Wake up, man. Wake up. And I'm not trying to bust your chops here, but you gotta do better. So, and another thing I'll just point out here. First of all, this thing should have been separate. Number one, okay? This should have been right. We know this. But there's something else. There's actually another cool thing you could have done with this. So this frenzy here, which is basically just a normal frenzy, a little bit of different color, barely noticeable. Stickers more shiny than the other frenzy here, which, let me find them. See, stickers like, I don't know if you're going to actually notice this or not on camera. Maybe. Let me put this right. Yeah, I kind of can see it. So basically, one frenzy is a lot shinier than the other sticker. So you see it less. It's less obvious than on the other one where you can really see the blue. So this was made to look more like anime. Okay? So, which is okay, but you don't need it on here. Okay? Maybe you did this because you want to sell it for more money. You could have still made the money. I'll show you how. First of all, separate this thing. Put this guy, okay? Because we know that in the end this is probably going to lead to another one with the two other Japanese tapes and with Rumble on this side, right? Come on. Like, we know you, Hasbro. So why didn't you just do this? Put these two, Rumble and Frenzy, on a card like this, right? This is the missed opportunity because for years, fans between them have been, you know, having little arguments between who's Rumble and who's Frenzy, right? Because in the show, Rumble was blue, Frenzy was red, and in the toys, Rumble is red and Frenzy is blue. So this was your opportunity. All you had to do, again, at the printer, clearly the printer's the problem here, is change this name from Frenzy to Rumble. then people would have been like, oh my god, finally a corrected version of Rumble, the way he should have been. And you could have released a 2-pack with those 2 guys on it, or even on this 1-pack if you really want to go that way, it doesn't really matter. Put Rumble in there, and then people would have loved this. Because he already went anime on the toy anyway. Why aren't you going anime on the name? Just for fun. You could have done this as an exclusive. You could have done this at New York Comic Con. You could have released it there. A corrected version of Frenzy and Rumble on card in anime. People would have gone nuts for it. People would have bought it. If anything, for a novelty item, any G1 collector would have wanted that. So you could have done that. That would have been smart. And all it would have done is, all you had to do is change that name and change the text back. That's it. That's all you had to do. But you didn't do it. Why didn't you do that? That's just free advice for you, man. You could have made a lot. You could have had another 2-pack. Not upset people over this being together. Not upset over people over making a mistake in the back. You could have done all of this and made more money. See? Free advice. So yeah. So I'm gonna put these boys away. I'm gonna go drink some Gatorade Zero. And I'm gonna wish all of you guys a good day. So take care. Later, guys.